It's Movie Time is brought to you by the Gateway Film Center, 1550 North High Street, Columbus, Ohio. Further details and showtimes online at gatewayfilmcenter.org.
The award-winning It's Movie Time is produced by John DeSando. Listen to the shows and read reviews online at WCBE.org.
I'm John DeSando.
And I'm Sommer Marie.
And this is It's Movie Time. Okay, let's have a good time, Sommer.
Oh, you gave it away.
I think that's the name of the film we're doing today.
Good time.
Is it a good time?
It is not for the characters in the movie. It was a good time for me.
Tell me what it. Tell our audience what it's about.
Okay, it is about two brothers, who essentially rob a bank.
Right.
One brother convinces his other brother, who is, how would you say?
I would say
differently abled,
mentally challenged.
Mentally challenged.
Now let's clarify this. The star of the show, the brother who has his wits.
This is it.
Is
Robert Pattinson from Twilight.
Oh my God, that boring guy.
I know, and I never watched any of the Twilight stuff.
Please,
hate that stuff.
help me.
So I wasn't totally aware, But then when I saw the film and then I went back and looked at some Twilight stuff, wow.
So really, he held up?
Yeah.
Because I thought they were so gloomy, he and Kristen Stewart. And now they've turned out to be these fine actors because this is fine acting.
Oh, it was great. He was such a dirtbag in it. He played such a great...
But you know what's so interesting? I felt a little bit of affection for him.
Yes.
I mean, is that possible?
Right. So that's the one thing I wanted to say. This reminded me of those movies like Place Beyond the Pines.
Oh yes.
And I kept seeing Ryan Gosling in it, But the thing about those films and like Drive,
great.
Those films, he's still the hero. He's not an anti-hero, really. There's something like Robin Hood-esque about those, right?
Yes.
Robbing the rich.
Oh, excellent, yes.
But this one, he's just, every time his brother's getting legitimate help, the opening scene, he's getting legitimate help from a
psychiatrist.
A psychiatrist.
Fairly long scene.
Yeah, too long?
Maybe a little bit long,
really?
Yeah. I thought, the beauty of the Safdie brothers is that they know how to do close-ups.
Yeah.
And boy, do they ever. But then I got a close-up of the psychiatrist and then a close-up of the brother, whose name is Nick.
Nick. Yeah.
And I just got a little bit bored with that until it cut to the action. Until his brother hauls him out of that side.
Yeah, but that was also kind of great because that intensity between the psychiatrist or the psychologist and Ben Safdie's character, Nick, that long drawn out, it was very real, the way he was answering. A small tear appears. We actually had to say, is he crying? It's so uncomfortable.
Oh.
And then suddenly, Robert Pattinson's character, Connie, comes right in, and then the action starts. And so that, I don't know, that was really satisfying.
Plus there were some titles, were there not, over it, which you would complain about from your studies.
Yeah.
Both titles and credits running over action.
Dr. Griffith, shout out to you, my first history of narrative film. He told me something to the effect of don't trust a film where they're playing the credits over action. Let the, people get their due. And I didn't even see the credits.
Listen.
It was subtle.
You made me a believer. It was a long sequence, but it was terribly important for establishing. I mean, we don't even know the backstory enough, but just to know that the kind of dim-witted brother has gone through a considerable amount, and his other brother pulling him out of there. Pattinson's character is just crazed. I mean, Connie is a Pattinson's character, Connie, is a madman.
He is. He just won't stop, and he what's the word? It's not like he was done. There was no hope for him. He just kept. But he was so smart.
And
every turn.
That's a great point. He is not dim-witted like his brother. He is smart, but he's also reckless, foolish. He's a small-time hood. He hauls his brother, and for what reason he has his brother accompany him on a heist?
no idea because he can only be.
No, but
Yeah.
isn't that the love that he has for his brother?
Yeah. He said, "I couldn't do that without you. You know, I couldn't do that without you standing there with me." And it was, and their masks. I don't know. They have these. Yeah.
But Ice, what did you think of the masks?
I thought it was amazing. Subtle commentary, maybe not so subtle,
Oh,
actually. Commentary on race relations.
No, I think you're right.
Okay.
They're masks of black people.
Yeah.
It's just awful. They don't fit right. And
Yeah, yes.
what about the notes?
Oh, that was amazing. The notes, there were notes going back and forth between the teller. And that's the other thing, like Connie, pushing his luck. There were
Yes,
so many times that he could have just taken what he had,
Yes.
you know, and, you know,
His brother gets caught.
yeah.
And he's gonna go abduct his brother from the hospital. And then we have a turn of events there that is really.
Yeah, which we can't. That's the beauty part. I felt like every time I was describing this film to anybody after, even just midway through, I was going to ruin it for them. So, yeah, and I love that we're laughing because it wasn't funny, but really thinking about the extraordinary premise.
Do you remember Jennifer Jason Leigh in this?
Oh yeah, I remembered her this morning. I was like,
right.
oh yeah, she was in it. I was super excited about her, but what a small part.
Well,
right?
isn't it? Now she plays another slightly crazed character, the sometime girlfriend of Connie.
Yeah.
Who supplies money
Yeah.
in the form of her mother's credit
Yeah.
to about 10 grand.
Yeah. He's like, I just need a couple of thousand, and then they go into the bail bonds, and he's like 10,000.
Oh.
She has this tendency to be very sweet and like understanding, but then when something goes wrong, she completely has a tantrum like a child.
Oh my gosh, yeah, right.
She's on the phone like, Mom,
What
how
a
could you do this? Yeah.
Great characterization.
She's great.
Well,
Yeah.
but I think that you kind of caught the fact that there are small characters who are really good who come in and out.
Yeah.
I mean, these brothers as directors aren't interested in lingering. They want to move this action, which boy they do.
Yeah.
And then you get to the small sequences. I love the teller.
Oh yeah.
She's
like
she's deadpan.
Yeah. She was really deadpan.
He's handing her these loony notes about they're armed.
Yeah. She's
Doesn't
like
right.
not at all.
She gives it to him, and I think everybody knows that you have to worry about the red dye.
Oh, I know. And then I mean, she has to physically leave and come back,
Yes.
and I'm thinking they're gonna put a GPS in there, or
Right.
anyway. And then Crystal, the young woman,
Oh.
that was
Let me give her.
Leah.
Oh boy, I don't have it here.
Is it right there? Isn't that her?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Talia Webster.
Yeah.
What a great little role.
She nailed it too.
Wow.
Totally.
I mean,
she was great.
yeah, so you just have to go to the movie to see
Yeah.
that role.
Yeah.
It's so subtle, but she's
Really
got a
on
great
point.
future.
Uh-huh.
What a,
She's 16, or in the film she's 16,
She's 16, right.
but really on point with it.
oh my gosh, and
Yeah.
she's there in the home that he busts into.
Yeah.
Connie busts into.
To
and
hide his, yeah.
he seduces her and da-da-da. And it's just so awkwardly funny.
Yeah.
You know, another one, what about the bail bondsman?
Oh, yeah.
Did you, you know, that was not as lighthearted.
No.
But I love the way they cut between him and Connie, as Connie's trying to establish the bail,
Uh-huh.
and this guy is all corporate.
Yeah, he really is. And he's like not afraid. He's doing his job. You can see the years of experience or what he's used to. Yeah.
And then Connie tries to get his money back. And
Yeah. The guy's like, yeah, and you can't use the money anyway because it's dirty.
Well,
right?
yeah,
There's
well,
dye all
he
over.
keeps it in. He's not going to let Connie have it back.
Oh yeah. I know.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, it was great.
He's just sitting there like, no, you can't
have
get it
that
back.
money.
You can't have money.
Yeah.
It's my money now. You know, and I'm sitting there saying, wait a minute, he gave it to you. He doesn't want the deal anymore.
Yeah, give it back.
That's part of part of those little details
Yeah.
of this story that really, and what about the set piece in the amusement park?
No, yeah.
Wow.
Great.
I mean, neon,
Yeah.
crazy.
The music, there was that weird, I mean, I don't know if there was carnival-y music at first, but then there was this rap kind of pop music going on. It was added to that.
Almost, I thought, harsh.
Yeah.
I mean, propelling
Mm-hmm.
the story and giving that grinding, like, underbelly of New York feel to it.
Yeah.
And I thought almost I got a little bit uncomfortable with the music at some point.
Yeah, I did too. Just like I got uncomfortable with that moment between him and the 16-year-old, the Crystal character. But that moment where he enters the amusement park is insight into what a mastermind, how conditioned he is to think like a criminal. Because within a matter of time, he has figured out all he's laid out a course of action.
Yes.
Down to that dog in the apartment. There's a dog that winds up being a part of this all, and he knows he needs to have the scent of the owner, so he puts on the owner's clothes. I mean, those little things.
Yes.
You see how intellectual made it.
But he's a mess.
Yeah.
Like the story is messy.
It's a messy story.
But you know what I like about this, and again, this is called Good Time. What I like about it is that it's the way I think it would probably happen with people who aren't ready for the big time heist.
Yeah.
This is a small time heist, and it goes wrong just the way I would have expected it to go wrong.
Yeah, and people who don't have the resources
aren't
like in the mob or have like backup.
Yes, yes. And you know, the backup here is like the elderly parents and their credit.
Yeah, in both cases. You know, Connie and Nick have a grandma too. Grandmas are very present in this, and down to the 16-year-old Crystal. That her mother lets Connie in. You know, and she's older. And that's
so isn't that funny how there's this little sub theme of exploitation of the elderly who actually have more credit than any financial credit than these guys who are coming through.
Right.
All right, Sommer Marie, the film is Good Time.
Good Time.
What grade would you award it?
I don't know. Maybe I've been, with the summer's
coming. No, you never are. You're always good.
I feel like I'm an easy grader, but I'm giving this an A. This was like, the causality of it was amazing. Just the realness, all of it. I say A.
I'm with you. I think this is a gem. I don't know if it's going to be a classic, but I think our audience should pay attention to it at the end of the summer. It's a really good film and a good time. Excellent, dear. Perfect.